there are certain times where certain live updates need to be provided. But in this very case, this is to provide a timely reminder of live stream updates. This is actually now to re-emphasize that and rephrase it. This is a new set of live stream updates for future live streams. Come sometime in April of 2025, I'm going to be limiting live streams for about 3 or 4 live streams per month. And it's only until the latterly part of April. But come late April, early May, or from May time onwards of 2025, there's going to be only 1 to 3 live streams every week to so share. And why this is happening is because I'm going to try and because I'm doing this for the reason to try and get out and about a bit more. As the weather gets nicer and sunnier. Well, as the weather gets nicer and happier, because there's not always sunny days, but as the days get better and longer, because we're approaching spring, or we're very, very close to spring technically now. Although spring officially starts on the 21st of March, although things have begun to warm up weather-wise, steadily albeit, but still going to be quite cold until about May, quite likely. Certainly in my neck of the woods, but I don't know about certain parts of United States of America and Canada, what have you. And obviously it'll be the beginning of the autumn in Australia and New Zealand, neck of the woods down under, that is, but, yeah. But yes. Come late April, early May time, live streams will only be limited and reduced to 1 to 3 live streams every week. There will still always be the once and twice monthly podcast series, but if a podcast series happens and I've already done 2 live streams that week, it will have to wait to a certain week where there's not going to be 3 live streams going ahead. That's how it's going to work. But podcast series is still going to carry on. Inspirational and Saturday live stream specials, the fate of that is still going to be continued. But regarding the future fate of the the late night live stream specials, that is, well, on that note, they're going to be going on hiatus from either very late March of 2025. So the last late night live will be in the early. It's not going to be the final ever one, but it's going to be the last one for a great many months. The final late night live stream will be taking place in the early hours of the 24th of March 2025. But if that's going to be the if that's not the final one, then the last one will be on the early hours of the 7th of April 2025. Very early hours of the 7th of April 2025, that is. And I'm going to keep the late night lives on a seasonal basis. So they're going to last namely from November, they're namely going to last really only shortly after the London's Brighton Veteran Car Run is over every November time. So it'll be lasting from about November until March, from November 2025 onwards, regarding late night live streams. And they'll happen more likely once or twice a month, from November to March 2020, November to March annually. But yes, they are. But the last late night live before November of this year will be either taking place in the early UK hours of the 24th of March 2025 or early UK hours of the 7th of April 2025. And that's how it's going to go from this point onwards. Now I'm going to try and keep it seasonal because I do need to make sure I'm still in good health for event attending, and it just won't be ideal to carry on with the late night live streams during the spring and summer months. It's only ideal really to do it in the latter part of the autumnal fall season or winter season. I think it's ideal really only to do it in the fall until just shortly after spring starts, you know, because I need to be in. I'm doing this namely, you know, because even though I had already planned to reduce late night lives from early this year already, there's going to be further changes to it. I'm doing it not just to reduce, namely doing it to improve sleep patterns, reducing late night live streams, and why there's going to be the monthly hiatus now annually, only going to be running from November to March annually now. I'm doing it namely so that my health is in check for event attending, because I need the health and the energy for the event attending. That is, in the same way, and why I'm going to be reducing live streams for 1 to 3 live streams per week from late April, early May onwards, is namely to get out and about more, to make sure I'm still physically healthy and fit enough to make sure I'm okay for a certain event I'm going to on a certain weekend during that time. And really also to get out and about just to take advantage of the nicer weather. Because as one would say, if you've got the health for it, why not take advantage of the nicer weather and going out in it? You know, but yes, that's why I'm going to be reducing the inspirational live streams. Reducing the number of live streams I'll be doing weekly from late April to early May onwards. But there's still going to be weekly live streams. It's going to be 1 to 3 live streams every week, just to tell oneself of things. So live streams are not going anywhere. It's just going to be reduced as we get well into spring, that is. But still, it's going to happen. We're still going to have the inspirational live streams, Saturday live specials, and of course, the podcasts, which I newly launched in February of this year. But late night lives, they're only from November 2025 onwards, after the March or April 2025 hiatus. They're only going to be running seasonally from November to March, late March or early April of every year. Just to say, I think it makes better sense to do the late night lives during when there's a lack of event attending going on, as opposed to during the event attending months. Just makes better sense to do it that way. Certainly in my opinion, I'd so describe so. You know, and also, namely to improve sleep patterns. But the only times when I'm really going to be doing more live streams will be during the fall seasons. That's when I'm going to increase the number of live streams I do per week. You know, because there's not as much to do as I so find during the fall season. I do try and go out in the fall season, but I don't go out as often in the fall season as I would in, say, the spring, summer, or certain part of the autumn before getting into the latterly part of autumn, if it makes sense, that is. You know, but to those of you who are located in Australia and New Zealand down under, my sincerest apologies if this may have came at inconvenience to you. No, my sincerest apologies indeed, but though I'm so sorry if this may have upset any of you down under in Australia and New Zealand regarding the now hiatus until November of 2025 for late night live streams after the 24th of March UK early hours late night live, or 7th of April early UK hours late night live. Sorry if this will be an inconvenience to those down under, because I'm only just acutely aware of how convenient the late night live streams are for you, for those of you down under, that is, because of the huge time difference, to so speak. but so sorry if it came as an sudden inconvenience to all of you down under. My sincerest apologies indeed, but I do believe the changes are necessary going forward. But thank you all most sincerely kindly for watching. But my apologies if any live stream updates came at the cost of inconvenience, but this is moving forward with the live streaming content within my content. Thank you all for watching, goodbye, and may happiness be knocking kindly on your doorstep. Here's to the future of live streaming content within my community.